Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Planetary Reviews. And just before Wonder Woman comes out tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the last movie in the DC Cinematic Universe, which was Suicide Squad. Now, this is a movie that's very divisive amongst most people. Most people think it was okay. Some people just did not like it, and some people really loved it. I'm going to tell you my opinion, but let's start off with the story of the movie. The story of the movie is that Amanda Waller decides to take some of the really big, well, not big bad guys, but some villains, and gather them up and put collars on them, or in this case, she kind of injects like this bomb inside their neck that if they decide to be bad and not listen to their orders, boom, their heads explode. And then, in the process, one of the members of the Suicide Squad, Enchantress, goes off, escapes, and makes this huge portal come down so that she can become super powerful and take over the world. Pretty much standard superhero movie stuff that we've seen over and over again. So the story wasn't really that great, but it was simple enough that you could walk into the movie, understand what's going on, and just get to know the characters. So, let's continue on about what I liked about this movie. The cinematography in this movie was pretty good. There was a lot of good action scenes that were very well lit. It looked good. I understood what was going on. I didn't find myself going, oh god, what's going on here? I don't understand what? I can't see what's going on because the camera's shaking too much. No, there was none of that. I liked a lot of the action scenes, in fact. I liked the scenes where you just had Harley, Deadshot, and everybody was going crazy against the henchmen. It all looked really cool, and a very fun soundtrack to this movie during all this craziness. It was a fun, good time when the action scenes would happen and the way the movie was filmed. So I have no complaints on that end. And speaking of Harley Quinn and Deadshot, these two were the standouts of this movie. Actually, one other person, but let me talk about these two first. Will Smith as Deadshot was very well done. He didn't take over the entire movie, which is what I was scared of. I was scared the whole movie was going to be just Deadshot with friends. No, it was actually a good amount of, every character got their moment to shine and stuff like that, had some funny moments, but the backstory behind Deadshot was very well done, and Will Smith portrayed the character very well, a very damaged, but also a very loving character who cared about his daughter, but he knows he has to do some things to help her be able to go to college and have a good life, because killing is really all he knows. He's really good at assassinating people, so he does that to give her money to be able to live a better life than what he did. He wanted to astound to be better, which was a very good backstory for him. He did a great job. Also, Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie, was great. She did an awesome job. The way she portrayed the character through mannerisms, the way she acted as the character, she got the personality down packed 100%. And even her voice wasn't too bad. Granted, it's no Tara Strong, but it was still awesome. The way she portrayed it, the way she spoke, I just believed it. She did a great job, and her action scenes were very cool. And the way she utilized her bat, the way she did all of her flips and everything, her flexibility, it was very cool and very well done. I gotta say, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn was very good, and I cannot wait to see more of her in future movies. On to the next point. I gotta say that the performances overall were very good in the movie. It wasn't just those two. Everyone did pretty good. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, wow, really good performance. She really had a presence when she walked into a room and was serious about something. She really gave it her all, and I really enjoyed her performance. Very good. You really didn't like this woman. When she came into a room, you were like, I don't like you, but I'm gonna listen to you because you might kill me. It was very good performance. She was good. I liked her as Amanda Waller. Very well done. But also, there was also another big surprise in this movie, and that was Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang. Jai Courtney has never really stood out amongst actors, in my opinion, but in this one, he did a very good job at doing comic relief, being a side character, really embracing that. He did a really good job and really made you laugh a couple times, and you just believed him as Captain Boomerang. And I gotta say, thumbs up to you, man. You did a great job with this character. I really enjoyed your performance with Captain Boomerang, and I gotta say, I like the fact that they even brought in the little he likes those like pink unicorns or whatever, those little stuffed animals. That was very cool. I was like, oh, that's hilarious. That's awesome. And I was laughing every time he would have one and have it with him. It was very cool. And on to the next thing. Let's get to the things that I didn't really like about this movie. first thing I got to talk about, as I said, the story was very It was just very standard. You were able to follow it, but I wish it could have been something different. Maybe not just something big happening and then a portal opening and then all that stuff, big beam in the sky. Maybe they could have gone with something that was a little bit more down to earth, since these characters aren't really super powerful. Maybe they could have made them do a little bit more of a confined film, and it would have been a more character building type of film instead of this big epic, like, oh my god, we gotta stop that thing. Maybe that would have been better. That's just my opinion. I feel like the story was just a little bit like, you've seen this before, alright. But also, I gotta talk about the Joker. A lot of people don't like Jared Leto's Joker. I, on the other hand, think he actually did a pretty good job. I like the way he looks. I like the way he gave his performance with the character. Very believable. I like the way they're doing the relationship between Harley and Joker. Granted, in the animated series, I do not condone this relationship in any way, shape, or form. You should never be in a relationship that these two are in. It's terrible. But compared to the way they did it in the animated series, where he was always like very violent, or we remember that, it was terrible the way he treated her. But in this movie, it was a good twist on the character. That, granted, is it comic book accurate? No, but it was very interesting in a very cool way to give us a different take on the Joker, where he actually feels a little vulnerable towards Harley, because he actually does seem to actually care about her, unlike in the animated series. It's a cool twist on the character, and I actually really enjoyed that. So, does everyone agree? Not really, but you know what? I personally thought it was very cool, and a very cool new way to look at the Joker, and his performance was very cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot. The way he portrayed this, like, kind of, yeah, he portrayed crazy really well, but he was also kind of like a gangster. He was like a really tough kingpin, and I liked that about him. He was crazy, a kingpin, and he knew what he was doing, always had a plan, and I really enjoyed that. Very cool way they did the Joker. If you guys don't agree, that's okay, but that's just the way I see it. Jared Leto, you did cool. I want to see more of you, though. Granted, in the extended cut of Suicide Squad, we did see more between him and Harley and the origins between them both. But it really didn't improve the movie too much, so overall the extended cut isn't really too much of an improvement over the theatrical. They're both pretty much the same. But to see more Jared Leto and Harley's connection, there you go. The extended cut did that, and it did it pretty cool. But it just didn't bring the movie too much higher, unlike the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Supes, where it really did bring it up a little bit, and it went and gave you more character development. The next thing I gotta say, why wasn't the Joker in this movie more? I wish he was in it more because of all the marketing. You remember when this movie was being announced? Marketing everywhere with Joker. He's on the cover, he's on posters, he's everywhere. He's only in this movie for like a couple scenes and not even that long. I was left going, oh my god, I want to see a little bit more of him. Joker's one of my favorite DC villains. I wanted to see more, but I guess I understand because I wanted to be more about the squad, but still, with all the marketing, why didn't you have him more? If you weren't going to have him in there all that much, don't even say anything. Keep it a surprise so that then when we did see the Joker, we go, holy crap, we see the Joker, we're learning about them. Why didn't you do that? Why market it so heavy and get our hopes up for that? And the next thing, I gotta say, the tone of this movie sometimes didn't match up. They really didn't know what they were doing. If you know about this movie went through a lot of rewrites, so that you could definitely tell when you're watching the film, there's a lot of different tones that I'm like, what are you trying to be? Are you trying to be a little bit of a darker film, more serious film, or are you trying to be a funny and more laid back type of film? Because that's what it kept going back and forth from light to dark, and it did it so much that you really didn't know what it was trying to be. So maybe they could have just focused on making a better tone and really focusing on which one they wanted, instead of just trying to sit there and be like, we gotta capitalize on the success of Guardians of the Galaxy and try and be more funny. No, DC, you're your own thing. Do your own thing. If you want to be darker and a little bit more serious, do it. I don't care. Don't try and compete or be the same as Marvel. That's why I like you, DC, because you're a little bit different. Keep it your way. Don't feel like you have to be like Marvel. Do your thing. But on the next point, with Slipknot, when I saw what they did with his character, spoiler alert, why was he in here? Why even have him in the movie? All you literally did was introduce him, and then Captain Boomerang's like, hey, I don't think they're really right about this whole neck thing that's gonna blow us up. Why don't you give it a try? Goes in there, tries it, dies. 5 minutes of screen time. Why didn't you just have Amanda Waller sit there and just go, hey, here's what happened. If you don't believe me about this thing that's in your neck, here's an example. Guess what? She brings in a prisoner, random prisoner, because that's how I could see Amanda Waller doing this. She brings in a prisoner, and then there you go. Boom, blows him up right in front of them to show them proof. Why are you going to introduce a character and then go, hey, look, it's Slipknot. Yeah, cool. And then kill him immediately. Waste of a character. But guys, those are my thoughts on Suicide Squad. But at the end of the day, I gotta say, Suicide Squad wasn't as bad as what some people thought, but it also wasn't as good as what others thought. In my opinion, it was in the in-between. I liked it better than Batman v Supes. So overall, Suicide Squad gets a solid B- from me. It wasn't bad. It wasn't that great, but it also was still fun. I watched it and I had a good time when I walked out of that theater. I didn't feel like I wasted my movie ticket. I was having fun. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I look forward to Wonder Woman tomorrow. I hope this movie does really good. I've been hearing good things, and I'm very excited to see Wonder Woman be a badass and kick some ass in World War I. I hope you guys are too. But yeah, my next game review is going to be Tekken 7. And as for my next movie reviews, I might do The Mummy. I'm not quite sure on that. I will let you know. But with my next movie reviews, I'm definitely going to be doing, obviously, Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm going to see what else goes on in June, see if I can add some more movies to the list there. But I definitely want to try and do all the Star Wars movies and get my MCU set of reviews started. So look forward to that. I might be started. I don't know when I'm going to be starting this, but I do know I want to get all those Star Wars movies reviewed and out so that by the time The Last Jedi comes out, all my reviews are out and my thoughts are out there. But anyway, guys, those are the plans for the future. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.